Hey, I am heading into A&W at 3140 Lakeshore Road or Lakeshore Drive in Kelowna, British Columbia, and this place is off the charts. By far the best A&W that I've ever been to. And look, they are absolutely making things impossible possible. Like a jalapeno lime Beyond Meat burger. A&W as a franchise actually is just amazing, and I am a farmer, and those farmers that are anti-A&W because of their no hormone or no genetically modified beef sentiment absolutely are missing the point or not seeing what A&W did and what they did and what they are doing. They are educating the urban population about where food comes from just by their video displays. They talk about how lettuce is grown. They talk about organic free trade coffee. Trust me, the farmers that are upset with that marketing campaign right here, the what is it called? 100% pure beef raised without the use of hormones or steroids. Absolutely missing all of the amazing things that A&W is doing. And let's be honest, farmers, I know that a lot of you don't like that because it's your profession and you think that that's stupid. Well, I don't want to say that the population is stupid, but the urban masses are so disconnected away from where their food comes from or how it's produced that you kind of have to treat them as stupid to get them onto the same page so they can actually have a conversation with you. Because right now you guys are experts in your field, and they are simply just eating stuff that is given to them. They've got no hand in the preparation for it. Even when they go to the store, they don't know where a lot of the food, the food, the fruit, the vegetables, the meat, the produce comes from. I had kids over for a birthday party and made blueberry pancakes and did a presentation for them, like an ad hoc presentation for them about the importance of blueberries on the British Columbia economy. And they had no idea. And then when I started talking about the money, they were just like, wow, it's crazy. Blueberries are awesome. These are great pancakes. And then I started talking to them about where the flour came from. But, no one, even people that are raised in rural communities, like I was, I'd say 85% of them have no clue, what their parents do, even if their parents are farmers, and how that farm actually gets to the end product, which is a consumable product by, us, the urban population. Which I'm not saying that the rural population doesn't count, but when we are in a democracy, let's just call a spade and say numbers don't lie when we're doing the vote. Anyway, this A&W here is absolutely awesome. They got free Wi-Fi, and every time I've been here, I've had an amazing experience. But it's super, super clean. You'll notice like how clean it is. I even saw the lady delivering food today, and she came and like put the chair like in by an inch. The bathrooms are really good, and the staff, like an amazing organizational culture. I've heard amazing things from the management and then the team leaders, I think they'd be called, from this establishment. And so I hope that you can see me here. But yeah, it is really one of the best experiences that I've had. And I look at organizational culture and the environment and the experience that they offer here. And every time I've been here, I've been blown away by every staff that I've had an interaction with. When I was homeless, I had a guy, I think I had like $3 or whatever. And so I got somebody to order me a burger through the drive-thru. They ordered me a burger, and then and the gentleman that was in the vehicle that ordered it for me said, it's for that guy over there, he's waiting. And the gentleman came out, and in the bag, I said, look, there's 2 burgers. And he's like, oh yeah, we made the wrong one. I just thought you'd like it. So he gave me 2 burgers, and I was like, oh man, that is so awesome. Like, and I tried to give it back. He's like, no, man. He's like, it looks like you could use it. If you don't want it, like, just save it for later. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And then I heard him talking about like, interest in the staff's outside of work activities. What game are you playing? Like genuine concern, and said with genuine love. Like that's what's amazing here, is that the people that are working here, the leaders here, are actually talking to their employees with like love and consideration for their feelings. And that's, if we're looking at the purpose of life and you haven't quite found yours yet, one of the things you can always revert back to is, how do you make others feel, and can you make others feel better, and what feeling are you making them have? So I'm not going to go too long about how awesome this A&W is, but the Google review is definitely 5 out of 5 stars for this. Instead, I am going to read a little bit about what I missed in church today, and it is from the Daily Bread. I missed a few different places. One of them I missed was the church that Sally Jesus is Lord, I believe, on Highway 33 in Rutland and Kelowna here. I wasn't able to make it to their service today. And then I also missed the final hours of the Gwadhara, the Sikh temple's 72 hours straight through reading of the Guru Granth Sahib. So I missed that, and I'm kind of upset about it. But I had to adapt, and basically, I just, my knees are sore. It's a long, long hike. I've been spending 4 hours sometimes just to get to my temple and back, and I couldn't do the bike today. So I looked out. It was a beautiful day. I went for a walk, and then I read the Daily Bread, and it said, "The Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news." That's Isaiah 61:1. And, that's what today's about. I'm proclaiming good news for everybody that I see. As I reflect upon this, I ask myself, where in my life do I need to experience good news? Seeing how I am living, or rather squatting in a house that used to be mine, I owe over $65,000, if not double that, depending on how an insurance claim goes, and I did not even have enough money to take a bus to the church and the temple that I wanted to go to today, then you very well may suggest that the area of life I most need to hear good news is that of finances. Trust me, if I were still alive, that is exactly what I would pray for. See, I believe that all people only die of three things, and three things only. Sure, getting hit by a stray arrow doesn't fit the mold, as that truly was an accident. So, excluding accidents, people only die of hopelessness, boredom, and isolation. Now, this aligns a lot with my respect for numerology, for I would suggest 3% die from accidents, and the other 97% die from the three aforementioned. Taking a leap of faith and logic, I also believe that about 97% of the world's wealth is controlled by only 3% of the population. The rest of the money and the living are dispersed according to value, luck, and the ever-present caste system, whether systematically or only created within the mind. The caste system we have been put into, either by force or subconscious choice, is not real, or at least not for the 3% at the top. Tears started to form in my eye as I wrote that, for without insulting too many, my wound is having salt poured into it with each word that I write. You see, my biggest pain is seeing people not alter, people not alter their beliefs surrounding their own potential, capabilities, and value. See, we are all here to live a legendary life, yet I see such a large portion of our population as the walking dead, selling time for money, wasting their time as if it really was theirs, in jobs they either don't like or hate. Whether I cited academia, Bob Proctor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Al Capone, the fact is that people are conditioned at an early age to become what they are told they are and what they are told is possible. As such, by the time one enters the workforce, they are essentially walking down a plank to their own death, or combination of deaths. Many begin to chase one form or another of success, but most of these definitions of success are not their own, but are rather notions of success that those around them believe is a realistic level of success for that individual. Trust me, I know. I've mastered being successful in almost every industry, legal or non. Education or regurgitation was also easy to master for me, which I think aligns very strongly with one of my gifts. Many say the true demonstration of knowledge is the implementation of education, and while I agree to a degree, there is a massive misaligned assumption made in this line of thought as well. This is evident in almost every industry I know, where we see those that have risen to the top of their industry yet practically have next to no skills in the field with which they are a proclaimed master. Sitting here in A&W, I need to remind myself, my boys, and you, that although I could tear into you for being so complacent and not making your dreams a reality, it is not too late to start. And if you have read, listened, or watched this far, It is my bet that you are still being given time to fulfill your purpose. And today, if you followed the daily bread, you would realize that you are, if you are a believer, then you are part of the family and a member of the house, the Creator's house. And on this day, you too have been anointed to proclaim good news. Though I'd love to carry on complaining about my biggest pain, which is seeing people not operate to their full potential, there are angels in the house of believers who are bickering. Doubt, uncertainty, and frustration are settling in, and the manifestation is anger and shame, both negative vibrations. It is a suggestion of reflection to ask yourself where the Creator has injected unexpected good news into your life in the past. I believe this is to help pull back the feeling of that example of a miracle, to remind one that they are permitted to feeling a miracle yet again. See, when we pray or meditate on the Creator's name, we must realize that we are also praying and meditating on our name. From the vibrational frequency of chanting Om to Wayne Dyer or Joe Dispenza's I Am Manifestation meditations, the research for those that need that to have faith, and the countless examples of logic-defined miracles that occur every single instant. The intent of pulling up the historical feeling of experiencing a miracle is to pull the good from that into the now, into the present. For if we really want to get to the point of true elevated vibration, we will realize that neither the past nor the future exists, and that we are, in fact, living, breathing, manifesting miracles at this very place within space. And here's a poem. One more expensive cigarette, potential pain addiction, an impossibility to forget. Bumming a fag from a Frenchman, listening to aliens speak of seeing utopian meth head gaming maintenance men. Doesn't care about food or repairing a fallen fence, knowing full well of white and dark, black and white, as grayness fills my heart. Grayness not of sadness, no, it is beauty, stemming from my unconditional love and humility. As I am today, anointed to proclaim good news, the following pages I write today shall become true. So to the boys, dear A&W, Alex and Will, I literally thought everyone named their children after the fast food restaurant that is doing its best to not only educate the world about where food comes from, and also proving to the world that anything is possible. Right now they are promoting a jalapeno lime Beyond Meat burger and organic free trade coffee. Alex and Will, this poem is for you. I see you with my magic eye, God and Buddha loving you before any of us will die. Mom says don't point at the full moon, don't tell her I did, because I will see you soon. That was my wish for the last shooting star. You have helped me through so much. We have made it this far. You know my love is bigger than to the moon and back. I flew a spaceship, rode a dragon, talked to the world star, and was told, I got your back. Love you, boys. Dear John, I hope better energy has found its way to your heart. There will be opportunities to overcome challenges along the path. I pray you have the strength to not turn back. With 3 sides to every story, the multi-unit house is not ready. In the meantime, how much of the space do you need? You are from corner to corner, and there are others in need and greed. We are building utopia brick by brick. Money talks to even the biggest dick. In my house, there is not room for all, at least not until they have suffered a fall. If we condensed our energy to a single space, others could coexist without being in my face. Peace needs to be found, solitary confinement or communal ground. A Russian hostel, surely to have vodka. Yesterday was quiet compared to Shambhala. The church of now is for the entire world. I hope not to lose you or another girl. Angels do not leave you because you disappoint. They fly to other souls, grant joy and abundance to the next they anoint. Perhaps I am your angel, or so I pray. An angel cannot beg or ask you to stay. Freedom for all. Heart written on my chest's wall. It's the end of the poem. John, you're brilliant, and you are also getting tired and sick. You need rest and peace. I get that. That said, we are living in a big house that I think will either be a hostel-like or at least have a flexible bed and breakfast. Ideally, there will be 2 or 3 two-level townhouses, a camper in the driveway, and possibly a carriage house-style garage. There will be multiple areas for solitary space and a central area for community space. The problem I see at the moment is that you are too spread out. It would be my recommendation to move your sleeping location or your working location to one side of the house or the other, and then the other side can be rented out. You are an angel, my friend, and I want us all to work, yet you and I know money is not always a jerk. I've received food and other items now in great abundance, yet no paper bills have found their way to my pocket. Have strength, condense your space, do what you say, and believe it or not, this is all going to be okay. Love, one. Dear Nabal, another angel, I hope you are well and have decided to take a different road than the one that leads to hell. Your words are losing power and your actions dwindling some. I missed going to the temple today. Today was important to me. On how much and how much I cannot say. Not enough for bus fare, and who knows, perhaps they wouldn't make me pay. My wrath is of love. I am sure now you can see that. But with an army of 8 billion strong, I hope you get to feel their wrath. For I plan to teach them to kill with love, arrows from heart to heart, precision, accuracy, triple 20s with every dart. For the creator or the source is who is allowed to kill. Even angels need to pay their bill. We need to see music with our third eye. Mine is on fire, ears seeing all. Big giants, beanstalks, and Goliath. Even greedy kings will fall. No women, no children, no innocent. I think you know where I fit. Love, one. And the final letter here is to Norm. Oh no, I got one more. Dear Norm, hey bud, I hope you are well. I'm writing you this letter out of love, as all my letters are. Yet some of them are tough love, and I'd love to know what your passion is. Originally, I thought that you were sent to be a maintenance person, but after seeing the mailbox, bookbox, fence, and about a million other things, I'm not so sure that is what you like to do. It is obvious you like to smoke meth and play games. It is also obvious you like to help people, because it has been noted by those at the mission. That said, just as you don't give a fuck about food, neither do I. And this leads me to the question, what do you want to do in my life, and how do you plan to pay where you stay? Not meaning to be an ass, but at the current moment, I can't even afford to pay for your maintenance or a bus pass. To be quite honest, I did not even have enough money for a bus pass to go to church, let alone smokes. Essentially, I am in a situation where only cash will do. Think of the Church of Now as a hostel for those, I believe, are here to be kings. But be careful of the door she holds open, for even kings can turn into useless things. I'm unsure as to the nightly rate, but I need some paper bills to help me create you a better fate. Our destiny is in our hands, and your future in my mind. I pray for your success, shared with a beautiful woman in a red dress. Love, one. And then the final one is to dear JD. Holy cow, I love the sound of your truck. But I'm quite certain my neighbors are saying, what the fuck? I know you come in peace now. We need to be peacefully, respectfully, not just of those in the Lord's house, but even those judgmental bigots who are fake believers. I know what they like to hear and see, and the V8 diesel and crack pipes are far from their definition of heavenly. Respect for self first, if and when you are able, If you are not ready, then respect to others first is what I have left to offer on the table. Hopefully space and energy can be condensed, shared, and optimized. My hat goes off to you for the way you handled last night. But less idling to prevent another fight. I'm trying. Some are crying. Believe in me, and we will all be fine. Love one.